In today's video, I will show you exactly how I dealt with this annoying problem when you have so many work lists made for yourself, but then you see that you failed almost all of it because everything took twice as much than you expected it to be. So if you find this relatable, by the end of this video, you will know exactly what you need to change or what you need to do differently if you want to manage it better. And before we go, you can join my community, top link in the description. So when it comes down to making lists for yourself, all the work that you want to do, what is the most common way that everyone makes it? And I used to make it myself. Well, I pick my notebook and I list all of the things that I want to do. When I need to wake up, when I'm going to film my videos, when I'm going to create something, when I'm going to do some sports, when I'm going to clean my room, do my hobbies, study, and I place absolutely everything in the list. But turns out that none of it was working for me. The day ends, and by the end of the day I see that I managed to complete one or two things maximum, and they weren't even so important. So this is where you have to see the most common problem that everyone, and I myself, used to make, is that it's the work itself. When you make such lists with all of the things that we wanted to do, so the most common mistake that everyone does, and I used to make this myself, is looking at work wrongly. And what I mean by that is we have all this work listed down. There are cleanings, there are sports, there is important activities such as making videos. But what happens? We start to look at non-important things as important. So for example, I start to think that before I need to record my video, before I need to, do my most important stuff with school, I have to clean my room, I have to do my workout, I have to eat something, then I have to go outside and do all of those things. And what happens here? Our key priority task, for me it was creating videos and scripting videos. It goes down the list and it becomes the least important task in your day. At least that is how we usually measure them. And we finished our cleanings, we finished all the works, we cross them down, and what's now? Now it's evening, you are tired, you are exhausted, you have no more energy and motivation to continue with the actual hard task that requires effort, that requires focus, and then we forget to do it. And it goes again and again, day by day. We make those lists and we think to ourselves, is there something wrong with ourselves that we cannot finish this list? Why I cannot focus on my main work? So this is the problem. You have to start looking, and you have to start doing what I did, is to look at important tasks as important tasks. Not all these cleanings, doing sports, doing, anything else. If your main goal is not to become a bodybuilder, then you don't need to prioritize, let's say, doing workout above everything else. So for example, if your main goal is to get better grades and start studying well, then your main key priority thing is to read the books, do the hard assignments, write essays, and all these things. Not all the other things that are around you. So this is the number one step that I changed and I saw very big and great results, is that instead of writing all of those, I don't know if you see, but all these big lists of things that I need to do throughout the day, I only kept one or two. So imagine we cover all of those and I can only see two things. So for me, my main goal is I want to create a meaningful channel and create great videos for you that you could learn from the improvement that I did. So my main task is to script a video and is to film a video. So if I only have two things listed down in my list, when I wake up, I don't have to think about or worry about when I'm going to do this, when I'm going to do that. I need to plan my whole day, hour by hour, and what I'm going to do. So I wake up and I only see two tasks. So it's very easy. I have to start my day with doing them, and my first priority is to finish them as soon as possible with my full focus and energy. So this is what you have to remember. We have to do the real important work. It can be related as eating the frog, first things first. And when you do it like that, when you finish your main key things, then you can start doing all of those things that you wanted to write for yourself at first. So for example, if I script my video and I film my video like today, then I'm going to start doing my list. I will going to clean my room, I'm going to do my workout, I'm going to eat what I want, I'm going to do all of those things related to school, but not before I finish my main task. So this is what happens. And it's also a little bit psychological and related to your beliefs, is that when you do not finish your main task throughout the day, then you feel all this guilt and you feel angry at yourself that you did not finish the list. And you probably can relate to this. When you don't finish a list, you probably feel bad about it, you feel that you are not enough, you feel that you cannot stick to shit. But this is a really good thing that I learned by doing this every single day, is that it's okay to not finish a list. And most of the times my list looks like that. I have 3 or 4 things crossed out that I actually did, and the rest are just left unfinished. But I feel 10 times better not finishing my list than if I finish my list. And this is what I want to explain to you. When I finish my main key priority thing, such as creating a video, I already have stacked a great win throughout my day. Just by completing this one thing, I can say that my day was productive, I did something, and I moved forward towards my goals to create meaningful channel. And if I don't complete the rest of the list, well, that doesn't make my day worse, and that doesn't change anything, because the one task that moves me the most amount further is completed. So this is a really interesting thing that you can try for yourself. Let's say your main task is to read 1 hour of school book, because then you will learn something, you will get better grades, maybe you will complete your assignment better, or maybe you want to, I don't know, maybe you are starting some business and you need to research a lot about it, read about it, plan something. Then your first key thing is to work on your most important thing. So for example, I don't know about business, but it could be researching. So you wake up and you research for 1 hour. This is your main task that you have to do before anything else. And this way you will feel that you already have a great plus throughout your day. And then what happens is, even if you don't complete all of those small tasks that we usually write for ourselves, you won't feel any guilt. You will continue throughout all the days, throughout the weeks, trying to finish your main important thing. So if you don't finish your priorities, then yes, you should be feeling guilt, you should be feeling angry at yourself, because, well, if you want some real change, you do have to stick with some things. But I believe that your days are not that really hard, and you are not working full time on some projects or anything, and there's really some time left. So this is the first thing. This is the first reason that we wanted to get over why we can't stick to this list, and it's actually our ability to look at work. So you only focus on 1, 2, 3 maximum important things, and only then continue making lists for all the other things that you want to do. So now we have our work, but it still seems like that our list usually takes twice or 3 or 4 times more time than we have planned. So for example, I used to plan my days, when I'm going to do my homework, when I'm going to do my workout, when I'm going to film a video or brainstorm a little bit. And what I saw is that most of my tasks are sent to the evening, when I'm the most tired, when I have no more energy, and I didn't know why. But well, when I sat down and I journaled for quite a long time, and I was just trying to find what is the reason behind this. Why am I lacking something, or am I different something? But then I simply looked at my habits, especially my bad habits, and it got pretty simple. You can pull out your screen time and look. I was scrolling for 1, 2, 3 hours every single day. After I get back from school, I feel tired, so I procrastinate on my phone. And this is something that I will create a video about, because I believe this is the #1 problem. You get from something, you feel tired, and you want to scroll. After you scroll, you feel even worse. So yeah, it was the scrolling first, then it's all those things as watching TV, talking too much with friends, indulging in news, trying to look at everything that goes around you except your work. So this is something that I have learned, is first things first, you have to try to get rid of your bad habits first. So I had a few great methods that I did to remove my bad habits. So that was journaling every single day that what things I do not do. Then also participating in my community where every single day I remind everyone that we have to stop scrolling, and it really helps because you have this pressure. So you can join, top link in the description. And also what I'm seeing here is that you have to remember this concept of balance. So if your work takes twice as much as you wanted it to be, so it's probably because you have too many bad habits, and your progress level and your balance levels looks like this. You have your bad habits that outweigh your good work that you are doing. That's why everything takes twice as much, because your bad habits and the things that you waste your time on are outweighing the work that you do. So what we want to do is we want to have at least a little bit up, just a little bit. When you progress, you will go up, 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 up. Your bad habits will diminish, but you have to remember that in order to make some progress, in order to move forward, you have to have a positive balance. So for example, if I create a few videos throughout the day, so that's already a big win and we go up. Then if I procrastinate on my phone, the bad habits come up. If I eat some sugars, the bad habits go up. If I talk too much with friends, I waste my time on things that I don't need, it's TV, it's news, it goes up. And even though that I created 2 videos, it seemed to me that I was productive, this balance is 0. So no matter how many days I will go like that, no matter how many hundreds of videos I will create, until my balance will be a little bit positive, nothing will change. And I actually went like that, and I don't know how I survived through this. By 100 days ago, I created 100-day challenge to make 1 video every single day. But at the same time, I was having all these bad habits, and I wasn't moving really forward. It was a 1 step forward, 1 step back, 1 step forward, 1 step back, and nothing changes. So this is again why you can't stick to all the lists that you wanted to do, because you have too many bad habits and you forget that you have to do more great things throughout the day and less the worst things. And now, making these lists and succeeding all comes down to your ability to sit down, to focus, to have energy, and to do the most important things first. So of course, it's really easy to say when you already have removed the bad habits, you are already doing work, but I want to talk to you, to someone that is still struggling, to someone that does not feel particularly strong about himself. So look, there is some actionable steps that you can do, and first things first, you have to stop feeling a lot of guilt about yourself. You have to stop being so angry at yourself, and you have to instead start doing some work. So the actionable step for you today is to throw the list that you made for yourself into garbage bin. It's trash, and start with a new list. And what I want you to do today is only write 2 things. One most important thing that you want to do today. So for example, if you are learning, so your main important thing is to sit down, read something, study with 0 distractions. Learn to finish work without having 0 distractions, and then you can cross it out. The second thing is actually the habits. What bad habit you are not going to do today? So for example, the best thing that you could do is to say that today I don't scroll. Not like I am going to not scroll, I will not scroll, but today I don't scroll. And give your full attention and focus to not doing this habit. And what I want you to focus on today is you have to complete these 2 tasks. You don't care about the other things. Even if you slip with, eating sugar, a little bit procrastinating, don't feel guilty about it. Your main goal is to complete these 2 important tasks, and later on, just like in a video game, you would level up and unlock new levels, you have to start the same with your lists and your schedules and your routines. Start by key priority things, and if you finish them quick, then you can make all the list, and then you can go to your previous list and go to anything else. So I hope that this tutorial will have some good insight about why you failed to make lists and why you failed to stick to those lists. And if you enjoyed this video, you can join the community, top link in the description, because here I can help you personally based on your circumstances, based on the bad habits that you have. And I hope to see you in my next video.